And hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Predaking. That is right, we are back at it again. Let's see, how close are you to seeing what's off screen here? Because I have some comparisons and other stuff for this video. Right here is where the character is. Okay, so you guys still have a bit like that much space from seeing over here. Okay, that's good. But yeah, today's Predacon we're looking at is Divebomb, who was at first I thought... There's his first issue right there, you can't even... This isn't how I usually have him hold his gun. I usually don't have him hold it the right way because he can't, because he's got too much like plastic on his arm. My cat literally came in here to look in what I'm doing, and then he immediately left. I have my door shut so I don't bother people, and then people when they're watching my videos don't hear stuff in the background. That's why I have my door shut. But yeah, here is Divebomb. I'm gonna remove his gun. You see his guns just came right off. I didn't even have to twist. I just lifted up. Yeah, these guns are nice. I'll admit. They're pretty nice. Long, sleek, black guns, but that's about it. They are not blast effect compatible, of course, so that's why the barrel looks a bit much more big rather than, you know, being blast effect compatible. We'll talk about these in a little bit later and what they can do. But here is Divebomb, as you can see here. Very big bot. We'll do comparisons, I guess, real quick before we get into articulation. Here he is with a deluxe. This is not the Decepticon. This is the Stunticon we're looking at later tonight when the video comes out. When you guys see the Divebomb episode, that video will probably be uploaded while I might be towards the end or at the middle of making this guy's video, or it might upload after I make the video. But yeah, here is Drag Strip. You can see there he is next to a deluxe. Now I know some people are going to be curious about this, so I'm going to get it out of the way. Here he is with a Voyager Dinobot, so he still is taller than one of these bigger Voyager Dinobots. But there he is next to him. This guy is funner to play with, though, I will be honest, probably just because I care more about the Dinobots than the Predacons. I've always loved them more. Now here's a comparison I know everyone's curious about, or not everybody, but a few people at least. Here he is next to Grimlock. If you put Grimlock in front, you can see he fully eclipses him, which does, there you can see there's the top of his head when his head is standing straight up. I shut his head, damn it. You can see there it is. Oh yeah, these two can do something together. They can do animal heads together. Look at that. Look at that. Rawr. But yeah, you can see, there you go. That's the thing too. With this guy, it's annoying because like when you try to open his head, or open the dinosaur mouth, the bird mouth. But yeah, there he is next to Grimlock, by the way. This guy's a leader class. This guy's a Voyager. Yeah, so I think what I've come to the conclusion of is, like, this guy is more of a regular Voyager class type of scale. And then the Dinobots are the individual ones, you know, like Sludge here. They are just sort of shorter Voyagers. Wait, no. Technically, they aren't shorter Voyagers, because I've compared him to other Voyager figures, and he's about the same size as them. You know, like a modern Voyager. I think it's just the fact that these guys are really large Voyager figures. But yeah, now for articulation, arm can move up and down. He has a double elbow joint for transformation into arm mode. Wrist can do that if you want. I think he has, yep, a bicep swivel. I love his arm design, though. I love how it's just like a straight-up rectangle all the way down. It's just so funny. I love it. I love how simplistic it is. That's why I like G1. You know, in case anybody's asking, do I like the Michael Bay stuff? No. I do like other, like, Transformer media. The only Transformer media I really care for, number one would be G1. Here, I'll talk about this while I'm showing off articulation. Number one would be G1. Obviously, as you guys could probably tell from my collection. That is a shitty-ass ankle pivot. I never even try the ankle pivot on this guy, usually. Wow, yeah, that's as far as that's going. That is absolute trash. I also love how his knee bit there has a piece there to fill in the knee. You see that? It fills in the knee. Nice. But yeah, like, I like stuff like Transformers Prime, in case anybody's wondering. I've been watching that stuff recently. I forgot how cool that show was and interesting it was. I do like that show. The ending is amazing, with Optimus Prime sacrificing himself, going into, like, the core of Cybertron, I think is what it is. It's just, that was one of probably the golden age. That was probably literally the golden age. Get it? The golden age of Transformer shows in the 2000s was Transformers Prime. It sucks that it's already over, but everything has to come to an end. See, his wings can move up, they can flap for bird mode. This guy was by far the most freaking tedious. I'm going to try and make this not too non-child friendly. I'm going to try and make this as child friendly as possible. This thing was the most freaking annoying thing to put stickers on, this character. He has the most stickers. Let's see. Never mind. No, I'm kidding. He has, like, yeah, he has these stickers here on his legs. These wings, bro, all of the gold detailing you see on both sides, that is stickers. This is one of my biggest pet peeves with these guys, was the stickers. That is one reason why I praise Devastator so much. Not only because he was, like, my favorite combiner from G1, and he was the first one I ever knew about, and I love him, he's my favorite, but because he doesn't come with stickers. And the stickers, and, like, every paint app thing on him he has on him already is good. I did put my own stickers on him. I put, like, 2 Decepticon symbols. I put one on Mixmaster on the cab foot, because on that leg he didn't have a Decepticon logo. And then I put one on the gun just for the heck of it, because why not? So yeah, these guys had, like, so many stickers, dude. It's just, oh my god. These guys' sticker count is ridiculous. That's one reason I praise Devastator so much. There is only 2 stickers on him now. There used to be, like, 4 of them, because I took 2 of them off, though, because I didn't like the placement of them after all. And because, yeah, that's about it. I just didn't like how it looked. I thought I did, but I didn't. But yeah, don't worry. We will also compare Devastator and other characters to each other in the Predaking video, not Volcanicus. But yeah, yesterday I was crunched for time, as you guys probably heard with my driver's test and everything, which I can luckily say I passed. I passed the test part. I have to, like, study driving or, like, do driving for 3 months, I think is what it is, or something like that. 3 months or a year. And then I go back to the place where I took my test, and I get to take the driver's part. So, yeah, I'm halfway there to being a legal driver. I think I can drive by myself at 16 is what it is, and then at 17 I can take my friends with me. So I've been hanging out with one of my friends who's actually apparently my cousin. If you guys remember him a long time ago from the channel, his name's Chance. If you remember him from the channel, he was in, like, one video, I think is what it was. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was the Sour Warheads thing. But yeah, I've always wanted to drive him around because, like, he doesn't drive yet, as far as I know, and I don't legally either. I can only drive with, like, a parent, I think is what it is. It said it can only be a family member that is over the age of 21, so I can only drive with my parents or my brother, who is 25. But yeah, let's get into transformation, which this guy has very little steps. So the first thing I guess you could do... Oh yeah, here's his head sculpt, by the way. Nice. I don't know why my camera is so blurry all the time now. Close the mouth. Flip in the fists. And then what you want to do is you want to take these legs. It's hard to do because I'm trying to see it as well. You want to take these legs, hinge them up. And you can leave them detached or plug them together. I usually leave them detached so then he can have a bit more posability. Or I plug them together, actually, because then it means he won't flop about. Oh, right. No, in bird mode, you actually do flip up these arms. You flip them in just like that. There isn't really any pegs. They just kind of sit in there. There you go, just like that. And that's how you do it for bird mode. That's how you do it for bird mode. And, yeah, that's literally it. He's the easiest one. He is about the size of a bird. Oh, shoot. You know one thing I should have done before I started this video? Hold up. Give me a second. Okay, so I went to go grab a character for a comparison, because I totally forgot to do this in robot mode, but I'm going to do it here, because I had to transform him. Here he is next to a comparison I'm sure a lot of you will be curious about. Here he is next to Swoop. He is much bigger than Swoop. But that probably has to do with the fact that, like, Swoop here gets, like, entirely new feet. Gets entirely new feet, for bird mode. You see there, he gets those bits there. Divebomb just has his legs, but slightly collapsed inwards. So, while Swoop here, his legs are on his back. So, but yeah, there they are together. You can see Swoop, though, definitely beats him in the head size. He definitely has more brain power. Can't believe I'm saying that for a Dinobot. In terms of, like, the pointed ahead look, you know, with the wings up and everything like that, and the feet back. Let's see. There is Divebomb doing it. It's really chunky. Now Swoop can do it as well. Now the cool thing about Swoop is actually, with this guy here, they just used his neck joint in robot mode to look up and down for both of these. Swoop here has actually a dedicated piece for that, since the way his head is designed. So you see, all you gotta do is just flip that up. He's got his own dedicated piece. His feet will untab if you're not careful. Got his wings. There you go. There's Swoop. Swoop is so much tinier. I hate it, bro. I wish Swoop was this size. You can see here's the wingspan compared to each other. Yeah, the dive bombs is definitely bigger, but it makes sense that it's so much bigger because like it's meant to be for a combined mode as well. These wings, this guy isn't. That's one thing I wish too. I wish this guy, his wingspan, I wish he had a wingspan, and I wish his wings could come off and plug onto the back of Volcanicus. But I understand why, because if you know how this guy looks, we'll talk about this guy for a second. We'll get back to him. If you know how this guy looks in arm mode, you'll know that if the wings weren't there, he'd be a shell. He'd be a skeleton of a combiner limb. The arms help wrap around him and fill out the upper arm bit here. The lower elbow is fine, but the upper arm is not. But yeah, there is Swoop next to him. I love the two together. You can see that sticker is, of course, mine. I did apply that. So any stickers, again, you see on these guys, the Dinobots here, is mine. And I'm trying to think, okay, Dive Bomb is heavier. I was about to say, this guy has a good weight to him. Like, if you just hold this guy on his own for a bit, you realize how much weight he has on him. He's got a good bit of weight. But Dive Bomb, of course, it's pretty obvious he is a good bit. I keep flipping this down. Dive Bomb is a good bit heavier than him, which makes sense. I mean, come on, look at the size here, people. But yeah, we'll set Swoop off to the side for now. But yeah, if you're wondering, I've always thought of this guy as like a real-life Laserbeak. Like, this is how big a sort of Laserbeak would be next to a person. Or at least if I was Soundwave and this was Laserbeak. Or Megatron. I am Megatron. I'm not even going to try it. No. But yeah, there he is. I guess for posability, he can... He can do that. That's all he's got, really. He can do that. You could turn his waist as well, so he could be like that. So, I don't know. He could do that. But I think that's it. Oh, wait, that's not it for bird mode. I almost forgot. The guns here, you can see one of the things they can do is they can split apart. I don't know what they're supposed to do with this piece once you take it off. It just kind of sits off to the side, I think. And then you get this little pistol here, which I think this is the actual gun you're supposed to give him, which I don't really do, because then you just have this extra big chunk of a cannon sitting off to the side, which isn't actually Hasbro for this time period. Oh yeah, also you can plug onto the guns. You can plug on the guns like this. You can have them on the side like this, or you could flip down this section at the bottom here and have them take in that space. The way it plugs on is simply, you just see that little port right there, and then of course the little post of it goes right there. I recommend, if you're going to plug these guys in, always have the, I don't know how you can see that. Let's see, can I flip the wing out of the way? I can. Always have this piece here, the pin of the gun, facing that way, towards him, towards his back. There you go. Simply squish that in, flip in the handle piece, get it in there as best you can, and there he is. And then, of course, he could fly like this, as you want him to. That's the thing, too, with this guy. This guy's wings can only have a limited rotation span, like limited range. Swoop, if he really could, if there was nothing in the way, you could see get his wings all the way around, you know? You can also see, that's the one annoying part about this guy here, and I think the real Swoop was like this anyways. The wings does not like to plug into his backpack section, because the way the peg is or something like that, I don't know. The real Swoop is like that also, so, but there you go, line that up, there is his max wingspan, for me at least. And yes, Swoop's mouth and his, but that's the thing, Swoop can actually open his mouth, because there's nothing in there. This guy can't open his mouth because his head is in there, so it just looks like a man in a suit. It looks like a man in a mask guy. But yeah. But there's Dive Bomb. I think that's about it for his animal mode. He doesn't have much there. So we'll get to it. Oh, wait, real quick. It's sculpt design. Nice. We'll get to his, we'll get to the outro, actually. But yeah, I keep bumping his godforsaken wings, so he keeps going out of... This guy does piss me off a little bit. Okay, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Transformers, Power of the Primes, Dive Bomb. I did to an extent. I'll say that much. Can you stand up straighter, please? Thank you. There you go. Got him, for God's sake. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little look at Transformers, Power of the Primes, Dive Bomb, which, a quick little side note, I actually remember from a comic book they said that, oh yeah, I just realized that too, those bits on Swoop there on the side of his legs actually help fill in that gap. I don't think the official one had that. That's pretty cool though, if it's just this version. One more reason to just get this version rather than the official. Just saying. There he is with him though. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it to an extent. The Dinobots and the Constructicons were much different. I enjoy the Constructicons and Dinobots. I've always enjoyed them since I was a kid, since I was a child. And I always will enjoy them, the Dinobots are so iconic. I do prefer the idea of dinosaurs combining rather than animal creatures, which I know some people will be... I think the word is triggered by that. But yeah, so that's going to be it for now, guys, though. Yeah, that's my new catchphrase. But yeah, it's going to be it for now, everybody. So yeah, as always, pop your proton packs, fire your steam locomotives, start your DeLoreans, and let's transform and roll out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.